Hello guys. Welcome to another video.
Hey, where did Peter go?
Today's video shows how you can animate speech, so we can do the introduction ourselves now.
Wow, that's so cool. Is it easy to create speech animations?
This is a very easy and free method, just like we are used to with Peter's videos.
That's great. Can I drop a bomb now?
Alright, go ahead. We are not real anyway.
Thank you for the introduction. So in today's video we will see how you can animate speech. I wrote some totally free scripting for that. That's very easy to use. But first we need some animation of the mouth. You may find some models online that already have this animation included, but many of them don't have it, and it's very helpful if you know how to create it yourself. So first I went to Mixamo and I will download a character. I will go with this guy, Shannon, and we will also include an animation, just the idle animation. For example, this one, like breathing idle. And now we will download this model. And now we will go to Blender to create the animation. I don't use Blender a lot in my videos because I prefer to just use ready-made models. But in this case our animation is very easy to create, and it's really useful if you are able to do it yourself. So we started with a default scene. Let's just delete these camera stuff and import our model. Okay, so here we have it, our model. You can use the middle mouse button to rotate the view, and if you keep shift pressed you can move the camera instead of rotating it. So what we need to do now is select the head and then go over here to data, and we can add a shape key. First we will have the basis shape key. We will not use that one, but we will create another one, and let's call this mouth open. Now we can go into edit mode, and you can see over here you can select vertices, edges, or faces. So I will select the faces, and over here you also have the option to use connected only, so you need to tick that. And now if we go to the face, and we select the upper part of the mouth, you can keep shift pressed and then select or deselect certain faces. So I keep shift pressed now while I click on the faces that I want to select and deselect. This is a bit boring part, but it's very useful if you select the right parts at once before you change the shape of this character. Okay, I actually want to also select the this part, but if not, we can fix that later. So now I've selected all the upper lip of this guy, and we can use the move and the rotate and the scale to change the shape of this part. So I can open the mouth like this, and if we do the same for the lower part of the mouth, you can keep Control pressed and then deselect a certain area like this, and use Shift again to select single faces. Note that you can also use the scale to make the lips a bit smaller. I should have done the same for the upper lip actually. So now we have like an open mouth. You can also do is select a part of this again, a smaller part, make this even more open. And a smaller part, so like this. Okay, now we have an open mouth, but you see there are some glitches still. For example, this part I need to insert a little bit into the mouth, and this part needs to go down. And now you are still left with some irregularities. What you can now do is just select the part of the mouth, then press Ctrl and V and select Smooth Vertices. This will smoothen this part of the model, and that's very useful to create a smooth animation, smooth shape. And you can do that multiple times, and if you see that every time I do it I smoothen it more. You can also use this different formula to smoothen things. And as soon as you're happy with the result, we can check what it looks like. By going back into object mode and select the shape key mouth open and change the value from 0 to 1. You see now that the mouth opens up, and we can use this for animating the mouth. The second blend shape we're going to create is a kissing shape. So I'm gonna add a blend shape over here. Let's call it kiss, and now go back into edit mode. What we can do is just simply select all of the mouth and then scale this. I'm selecting it multiple times so I don't get it stretched out at one point a lot. So now let's take a look. See, this already looks a bit like kissing. We can make it a bit more beautiful by again smoothing. Okay, I think this is sufficient. Now let's go for the third shape, and this is actually a very subtle shape. We call it lips closed. It's almost like it is now, but just a tiny bit more closed lips. So we can use the scaling for that as well, combined with a bit of moving. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. So as a bonus, we will finally get also add a blend shape to make the face look even more natural with the eyes blinking. But it's a little bit separated from the lips animation. Okay, now that we have all our 4 blend shapes ready, we can export this to an FBX. First we need to deselect this button relative. And now we can go to export, FBX, set the mode to copy. It should be on auto normally, but you should put it to copy. And also make sure that this is enabled, so you also save the textures. We're going to save it as shannon.fbx. Now let's create a simple project where we will use our new blend shapes and create a speech animation. I'm calling it speech animation. Let's create a folder for our character. And put the FBX file inside that folder. We can now create a plane and put our model on the plane. We can extract the textures and then they will be visible. Let's remove the eyelashes because we didn't animate them in the blinking, so it's better to just disable them. We're going back to the model and extracting the textures as well. Sorry, the material. So now we can edit the material and use alpha clipping for the hair. You can see that this has a lot of effect on the look of the guy. Let's put the camera onto the guy. So copy his position to the camera position and then move the camera a little bit. Now we need to have some audio file with some speech. Let's create this. Hello guys, when I talk my mouth moves. I will just have this sound generated by this tool.
Hello guys, when I talk my mouth moves.
Okay, this sounds fine. We will download that sound and import it into our game. I've added 2 scripts to the project, Blink and Lip Sync. They are in the GitHub project, so you can download them for yourselves. And we will add those scripts to our character. Now first the blink script. It requires the shape that has the blend shapes, the mesh that has the blend shapes on it. So we can find that one over here. Here are our blend shapes. We can see that they're working by testing them over here. And so we need to add a reference to the script, this one. We also need to tell it how the blend shape is called that causes the blinking, because blend shapes are used by index, but you can find them also by text, and that's what the script does. So we need to take another look at the blend shapes and see that it's called blink. You need to put exactly that text inside here, so the script is able to find the proper blend shape. For the lip sync, we have a similar situation. We need to add the mesh that has the blend shapes, and then also add the names of the blend shapes. Let me check if I wrote them down correctly. Mouth open, kiss, lips closed. Alright. So like this. This is some default value that you can change if the lip syncing is not really correct. But we can leave that for now. We also need to add the audio sources. You can have multiple audio sources, but in this case we'll just add one. So we can, for example, create a game object over here and put here the sound text 1 or something. And we need to add our sound that I've saved over here, the hello sound from the generated
Hello
sound.
guys, when I talk my mouth moves.
This sound I will need to add to that game object over here, and now we can just drag that one into the audio source. So this is the source it will play if we decide to play the first sound. So now most of it is in place, but what we only need to do is create another script to control everything. Let's call this just game or something like that. So in this script we will control all our actions. So we can put the time playing in here, we keep track of the time, and we'll also add something like let's say event number, and then in this update we will increase the time playing, and we will check if time playing is, for example, after 2 seconds we will play the first event. So we will increase the event number, so this event won't be activated again the second time. And then over here we can just play our sound from the speech, but therefore we need to have a reference to the player. So in order to play the sound we can use this code. So we call the lip sync script and we call the play function, and we give it the parameter the first sound of the list. So it will play the first audio source from that list of audio sources that we have over here. Now we're simply going to create a scripts folder over here and add the game script. We add a reference to our player.
Hello guys, when I talk my mouth moves.
Okay, we can see that the speech animation is already working well, but we will finally also add an animated controller to see that the animation works well with the blend shapes. So let's create an animator over here. And add it to the character. Go to the model and make sure that's humanoid, and we will create an avatar. Now we can set the avatar in the animator, and we go to the animator controller and we will add the animation that's built into this model to the base layer, and it will play by default.
Hello guys, when I talk my mouth moves.
And now you can see that we have both the idle breathing animation and the blend shapes working together, creating a really nice animation. You can see that his eyes are still blinking from time to time because of that blinking script. Now some explanation on how the speech animation was created. When you try to read lips of people, you will notice that they use certain phonemes. If they speak a certain vowel, let's say the E, then the mouth moves in a certain way, and also the tongue moves in a certain way. And this animation will show that you are speaking this certain letter or vowel. And you can use that to create also animation for speech in games. But then if you want to do that really accurate, you need to create animations for all these different phonemes, and that's a lot of work. So my solution is more easy. We only have 3 blend shapes: the open mouth, the closed mouth, and the kiss blend shape. And when you combine them, you can make something that looks quite similar to each of these phonemes. So what our script does is it analyzes the different frequencies that are inside the speech, and by doing this and putting them into different ranges, we can decide how much energy is inside the word that is currently spoken. And this amount of energy has a relationship to how much the mouth is opened or how much the kiss shape is made. So we translate the audio energy, let's say, into a combination of the 3 blend shapes of the kiss and the lips closed and the mouth open. And that pretty much resembles how people open their mouth when they speak out the words. So you can see all the code over here. It's not that much. This is maybe a bit of the part where we will just translate the energy into a certain amount of opening of the blend shapes. But apart from that, it's pretty simple. And this will analyze the audio that's been played in real time and decide what the frequencies are. And then for our blend script, it's very simple. We simply set the blend shape weight when we start to blink, and then we slowly decrease the blend shape value again to create a fluent animation of the eyes blinking, and that happens from time to time, just randomly. Now we can add a second text to be played by the guy. We can create a second object over here, call it sound text 2, and we add this new audio file to it. Don't play it on awake. And then if we go to the lip sync script, we also need to add a reference to the second sound file over here. And now if we go to the game script, we can add a new section where we will play the second event after 12 seconds. And now we will use the second item from the audio sources list.
Hello guys, when I talk my mouth moves.
That concludes the tutorial on creating speech animation.
So that's it for this video.
On behalf of Peter, thanks for watching and see you in another video.